You remember a world without Google. You learned patience from a screeching modem. Your childhood was a VHS tape, literally rewinding life to find your favorite part. If you know the profound peace of the TV static after the national anthem played, congratulations. You're not just nostalgic. Your brain is structurally, chemically different from the generations that came before and after you. You're a 90s kid. And today, we're uncovering the psychology of the last generation to have one foot in the dirt and the other in the digital cloud. This isn't about which cartoons were better. This is about how being the human bridge between two entirely different realities permanently altered your nervous system, your expectations, and the way you process the chaos of modern life. Let's start with the cornerstone of the 90s psyche, the Latchkey kid phenomenon. While today's kids have schedules monitored by apps, you had a key on a string around your neck and 3 hours of unstructured, unobserved time between school and your parents getting home. Psychologists call this self-directed learning, but it was really survival. You got hungry, you made a questionable snack. You got bored, you invented a world. You had a problem, you figured it out because no one was coming to save you. This wasn't neglect, it was an accidental masterclass in autonomy. Studies on resilience show that moderate, manageable challenges in childhood build problem-solving neural pathways. Your brain learned early. You are your own first responder. The result? A deep, often unshakable independence. But here's the shadow side. That same wiring can make you resistant to asking for help, prone to burnout because you're so used to carrying everything yourself. You don't trust systems to catch you because for those crucial after-school hours, there literally weren't any. Now, let's talk about your relationship with information. It was slow, and you had to work for it. You wanted to know who sang that song? You had to wait for the radio DJ to say it, or call your friend who might know. You had a research paper? It was a physical pilgrimage to a library, a card catalog, and hoping the book wasn't checked out. The internet arrived like a dripping faucet, agonizingly slow, expensive by the minute, and full of dead ends. This created what I call dial-up patience. Your brain developed a tolerance for delayed gratification in the information sphere that is utterly foreign today. You don't just have an idea and immediately Google it to satisfaction. You sit with the question. You ponder. This built depth of thought and a skepticism of easy answers, but it also means you viscerally feel the overwhelm of the modern 24/7 information fire hose. Your brain wasn't built for this pace, and that digital fatigue you feel, it's a real neurological mismatch. This brings us to the most powerful psychological tool in your arsenal, nostalgia. For you, nostalgia isn't just remembering a simpler time, it's a functional neurological safehouse. When the modern world of constant connection, performative social media, and existential threats becomes too much, your brain doesn't just daydream about Tamagotchis and Nickelodeon. It actively retreats to a time when problems were solvable, social circles were small and real, and joy came from a physical cartridge, not a dopamine-driven feed. Neuroscience shows nostalgic recollection can lower cortisol and increase feelings of social belonging and meaning. Your brain uses the 90s as a reset button. It's not you being stuck in the past, it's your mind performing essential maintenance, using the only blueprint it has for a world that felt coherent and safe. And this is your superpower. You are a bridge brain. You are fluent in two dying languages, the analog and the digital. You know how to read a physical map and also manipulate a complex app. You understand the weight of a handwritten letter and the fleetingness of a tweet. This gives you a unique perspective. You can see the human cost of technology because you remember life before it. You can solve problems with analog logic in a digital world. You are the last generation that will truly remember what it means to be offline, and that memory colors everything. Finally, your worldview was forged in a specific cultural kiln. You grew up with bright, optimistic pop culture, but your adolescence or early adulthood was marked by 9/11, economic downturns, and the dawn of the 24-hour news cycle. You were sold a future of flying cars, but handed student debt and climate anxiety. This bred a very specific flavor of pragmatism, a dark humor, a cynical hope. You don't expect systems to work for you, but you haven't fully given up. You plan for the worst, but secretly hope for the best. It's an exhausting but incredibly resilient way to live. So what does this all mean? If you're a 90s kid, you're not just older. You're a unique psychological specimen. Your independence is your strength and your trap. Your nostalgia is your sanctuary. Your patience is a relic, and your bridge brain is what the world desperately needs but doesn't know how to value. You were the last kids to look up at the sky out of boredom and not to check an app. You are the human archive of the turning point, and that has made all the difference. Not better, not worse, just irreplaceably, fascinatingly different. If this felt like someone finally decoded your operating manual, you're going to love our next video. Click on screen to watch it now. And if you want to help us keep making these deep dives, consider hitting that join button. Your support lets us keep researching the psychology behind everyday life.